And if looking back can remind you of the strength within, imagine what could happen if you chose to define the person you want to become. That answer lies in principle number 9, the compass you can cling to when everything else is falling apart. A promise to yourself. Are you ready to write it? Principle number 9, make a manifesto for life. Every morning, Hannah, a freelance designer living in the midst of a fast-paced life, stands in front of the mirror and says out loud, "Today I will finish 2 presentations and find a new client." She's not just cheering herself on. This is a commitment, clear, specific, and positive, that she repeats like a daily ritual to start her day. She doesn't say "I'll try" or "I hope today is better than yesterday." She says "I will." And because of that, she acts with direction and clear boundaries, steering clear of chaos and procrastination. That's the power of a manifesto. Personal declaration for how you choose to live. When life gets exhausting or painful, we often lose our way. Sadness, pressure, and things we can't control can scatter our minds and shake our sense of stability. That's when Stoic philosophy reminds us, you can't control the wind, but you can always adjust your sails. And a life manifesto written in the spirit of Stoicism is how you take hold of the wheel. It's a daily reminder that you're not powerless. You choose how you live, how you respond, and where you go. A true Stoic manifesto isn't a grand speech or a collection of empty phrases. It's simple, proactive, and rooted in action. A sentence like "I will" is a promise you make to yourself. Instead of letting emotions take the lead, you hand the controls to your reason. For example, "I will finish the most important task by 11 a.m. or I will stay calm in every conflict." When you say it out loud, you're not just shaping an idea, you're initiating a conscious course of action. Writing a manifesto is one thing. What matters more is reading it every morning. Stand in front of the mirror, look yourself in the eyes, and repeat it like a warrior, checking their weapon before battle. It might feel strange at first, but soon it becomes your mental anchor. Each sentence is a grounding step, pulling you out of chaos and back into your center. When life hurts you, don't give in. Stand up and write yourself a short, determined manifesto. It's more than just words. It's your inner compass. And if everyone did that, maybe the world wouldn't have less pain, but it would have more people who know how to face pain with dignity. Have you ever written a manifesto for yourself? If you have, share your "I will" statement in the comments. Who knows? Your words might be the spark someone else needs. Principle number 10. Look for opportunities and challenges. When life gets tough, when everything seems to fall apart, that is often, if we look closely, the very moment when opportunities begin to spark from the ashes of adversity. Principle number 10 is not just a piece of advice. It's a mindset, one of strength, clarity, and wisdom. It's the ability to stay composed in the storm, to see through the wreckage and recognize new pieces waiting to be put together in ways we never imagined before. In business or in life, when circumstances change suddenly, the initial chaos often causes most people to panic, retreat, or freeze in fear. But with a Stoic mindset, we don't lose our heads over what's beyond our control. We accept reality rationally and without complaint, then focus on what we can change, our response, our adaptability. That shift in perspective often reveals gaps, unmet needs, broken systems, outdated assumptions, and for those who are paying attention, That's the moment to step up, to innovate, to begin something new. Take the 2008 global financial crisis. As the world plunged into recession, travel collapsed and the hospitality industry took a massive hit. Amid that wave of despair, two young guys, Brian Chessie and Joe Gibbia, were struggling to pay rent in San Francisco. They came up with a bold idea: rent out a spare room in their apartment to travelers. No one at the time thought that it could grow into an industry, but they saw something the market hadn't: a new demand for flexible, affordable, experienced lodging. Out of crisis, Airbnb was born, and it led a global wave of homemade culture. That wasn't luck. It was sharp observation, the courage to act, and the ability to pivot at the right moment. All living proof of Stoic philosophy in motion. Stoicism doesn't tell us to be blindly optimistic. On the contrary, it challenges us to confront brutal reality and still not give up. Once we learn to treat adversity as raw material, not to complain about, but to rebuild from, we start to see that no setback is entirely negative if we respond to it wisely. The mindset of look for opportunities and challenges doesn't just help us survive. It's how we thrive in the very places others back away from. Because in the moments when life hurts the most, that's exactly when human will has the clearest chance to show its strength. And those who can stay calm, stay curious, and stay brave enough to pivot, they don't just survive, they change the game. Principle number 11. Believe in the reward on the other side. Searching for opportunity in hardship isn't just a mental trick. It's the only way to survive life's darkest moments. When you're pushed into a corner with no way out, your only choice is to find a reason to keep going. That's when Stoic philosophy reminds us nothing worthwhile comes easy, and today's pain may be the necessary condition for tomorrow's reward. This is the essence of principle number 11. Believe in the reward beyond the pain. Belief in a positive outcome isn't fantasy, it's strategy. When life knocks you down, you need a clear vision of why you must get back up. That vision of the reward becomes your compass in the storm. You can pin it on your board, sketch it on paper, or simply remind yourself every morning, where am I headed? That clarity keeps you from being swept up by fleeting emotions or discouraged by slow progress. Stoicism doesn't teach us to chase outcomes. It teaches us to stay true to the process, because the process is the path to meaning. Still, if all you do is stare at the end goal while ignoring the steps it takes to get there, you'll burn out fast. That's why the reward must be broken down into smaller milestones like water stations on a long mountain climb. Every time you reach a part of your goal, celebrate. It doesn't have to be grand. Maybe just a shared meal, a word of recognition, or a few proud minutes to yourself. That's enough to remind you you're on the right track. Take the BVM project team working on a construction job that stretched longer than expected. They didn't just grit their teeth and push through. They broke the schedule into tangible checkpoints. When the foundation was done, they shared a simple meal. When the glass system was installed, they took a team-building day to relax. These small rewards lifted their spirits and reignited the sense of meaning behind each task. A true form of mental reward. The project finished on time, not because it was easy, but because they fed their hope with things they could hold on to. Stoicism doesn't promise that every effort will pay off the way you hope, but it teaches you to believe not blindly, but with reason, that perseverance matters, that each step might bring you closer to something that's truly worth it. The reward isn't always money, fame, or achievements. Sometimes the reward is simply that you've grown stronger, wiser, and calmer. When life hurts, keep your vision clear. Celebrate the small wins. And remember, getting through pain isn't just endurance. It's a choice to believe that there's light on the other side. When life hurts, Stoicism doesn't promise to erase the pain, but it offers you a way to face it with reason, with calm, and with the belief that you always have control over how you respond. Through real-life examples, one thing becomes clear. Adversity doesn't discriminate, but your response defines who you are. Whether it's war, illness, or personal loss, the Stoic mindset remains a guiding compass, helping people rise above and inspiring the world along the way. Now it's your turn to reflect. Do you believe the Stoic mindset can help people stay grounded in the face of pain? 1. Strongly disagree. 2. Disagree. 3. Neutral. 4. Agree. 5. Strongly agree. If this video inspired you, like it, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more powerful content ahead. Remember, every challenge is a chance to prove your strength and grow even stronger. The journey is long, but the reward is waiting on the other side of your toughest moments.